Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping over and just hanging out in my little corner of the internet. I hope you're comfortable and happy, you're in a good place. It's a full moon. I can feel it. I'm a little bit like not on edge, but I've got a little bit of anxiety flowing through me. I could have felt this way all day. It's been a really busy, crazy couple of weeks with work and just stuff going on in my life. I'm studying for exams right now. I have exams on Monday. Oh my God. I thought second year of school would be like, I wouldn't be freaking out before my exams. I figured like, you know, I'll know what to expect, and no, I'm freaking out again. I'm freaking out again. I have to do 6 exams on Monday and it sucks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So much work. Mortuary school is serious, serious stuff. My goodness. It's a good thing. Educated people are taking care of your dead people, just so you know. Holy moly. So I'm a little bit anxious and riled up. I also decided to draw on eyebrows tonight. Every time I look at them, they're kind of freaking me out. It's like caterpillars on my face. I just thought it'd be fancy for you. I thought, why not? At least if I'm gonna spend the next, you know, however many minutes rambling about myself, at least I could give you some eyebrows. So you're welcome, I guess. Okay, the death year. I always feel like I'm saying death year. I realize that my PTH never comes out clearly. I'm really hearing that, but my depth year, I'll do my best, was one of real like a lot of change, a lot of lessons, a lot of you know, opening old wounds or discovering my past and just kind of seeing how it's affecting my present and recognizing that. It was kind of more intense than I thought it would be. I really thought that it would be all about money going into it. Like that was kind of my main goal. And it actually ended up being more about my body and my mind, excuse me, and money. But it was just, it became so much more than just saving some money, which is kind of what, when I think back when I started, it was probably my main goal, main idea. And not just being materialistic, not having so much stuff, which I'm doing okay with that. At the beginning of the year, I was in Ireland, so I thought I would write my Ireland sweater. I went to Dublin because my husband was sent over there for work, and it just was kind of one of those, you either do it now or you're probably never going to do it again situations. So I did it. And even there, I tried to be mindful, like I remember that, but also saying like, if I was going on a trip, I was going to have fun, which I did a couple of times this year. Then it was really looking at coffee, exploring my addiction to caffeine, my addiction to fast food breakfast, like just silliness. It was I feel like a 50-50 success with the coffee and the breakfast. Definitely way less than last year, still way less. I'm doing a lot better now. A lot of like making my own breakfast at home, smoothies, yogurt, like all this kind of stuff. Like it's great, but then sometimes I'm so tired, like making excuses for myself. But sometimes I work 12 hours and then I'm on call for 12 hours and I'm up in the middle of the night and I just don't want to do breakfast. So I have to start really prepping and putting time aside for that. And I think that maybe that's something that from the depth year this year, I can carry into next year. That was kind of the winter time. I feel like it was like about coffee and breakfast, and that kind of stayed throughout the year. Really good months. I feel like there were weeks in a row where I didn't go and get coffee. Now it's like, I feel like I'm going to get coffee like 2 days a week, not 3 days a week. I still need to do better though, because it's not just coffee, it's the breakfast. And then what else kind of happened? With books, I didn't buy a lot of books this year. I definitely bought a couple. I bought an Agatha Christie book because I couldn't help it. It's called Then There Were One. No, or then there were none. And it was awesome. And as far as witchcraft books, I bought the book from the Llewellyn Sabbath series because I didn't have it, and I've talked about it a few times. So that's my Yule present to myself. And what else have I bought? I bought the Deviant Moon Tarot and just a couple of things. Now, that's really friggin' good because I'm someone who can go on Amazon and just go, oh, I'm just gonna browse through the witchcraft books, and I always put something in my cart because I think, what's 20 bucks? What's this? What's that? Well, it's not what's 20 bucks as a single time, which is how my brain looks at it. It's 20 bucks multiple times a week or multiple times a month, and I've stopped that pretty much with this whole Depth Year thing, so that's awesome because it's that's what I do. That's what I do. I just think, oh, what's 20 bucks? What's 20 bucks? What's 10 bucks? Blah, blah, blah. Like, and I am no means wealthy. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I totally live in overdraft sometimes, you know, like, and that's what I do. So the Depth Year has definitely taught me that. I don't think I ever would truly ever come to that realization if I didn't decide to be more conscious about what I was doing with money. So I'm trying to fix this thinking of what's $20. Maybe set a budget aside for myself. It's something I was thinking for next year, and just taking like $40 or $20 and saying, you know, you get $20 a week for whatever you want, and then trying to stay within that. I don't know. I have no idea. If you have any advice, please share it with me when it comes to budgeting. Please, please, please. Because I want to take that in the next year. What else? Like with body stuff, I really got deep into my addictions in my past. I've really looked at that, how I've replaced addictions with addictions, and have like this ongoing kind of cycle. It's just a cycle of addiction. It's a real thing. So this year I've become a lot more conscious of food that I'm eating, how much I'm eating, because I love food. I love to eat. I'm not missing any meals. Like, oh my God. But I've become more conscious of that this year. I just wanted to be more aware of what I was doing and taking that depth into my body and just kind of really going on a deep level there. I've never really been more conscious of my body and what I'm doing with it than I have this year. Paul and I have changed how we eat dramatically because of this whole Depth Year. We were going out to eat all the time and like, it's ridiculous. Breakfast, and then lunch we'd probably have leftovers or something, and then supper it was like, oh, let's go here, or I wanted to go to restaurants, so I felt like I need date nights all the time, and it was just foolish stuff. So now we're doing meal plans that are healthy, that are balanced. We're eating more friggin' vegetables than ever. I feel like a rabbit half of the time, but it's just overall we feel good, we feel better, and that has been a positive. And again, I probably would have just put my head in the sand if I wasn't doing this Depth Year, and we wouldn't have made, Paul may have, I can't speak for him, but I wouldn't have made the changes that I've made if it wasn't for the Depth Year. What else? In the summer, I went to Prince Edward Island. I took my nephew there for the first time. It was awesome. Spent a little bit of money. I spoiled him. So the end of August, things went right out the window for a whole like 4 days. My nephew is like my world when it comes to kids, and it was just like, I don't care. So I put myself in a little bit of debt in Prince Edward Island, but it was all worth it. Then it was like getting into Halloween time, and this time of year, the Sabbats have been going by. I've been celebrating them. I've been really conscious of not buying witchy supplies. I've made so many things this year. I made this creepy thing. Like, I don't know, maybe he wouldn't exist if it wasn't a Depth Year. I've made the Wheel of the Year, little brooms, all kinds of things, because I didn't want to go buy stuff. I even made gifts for some witchy friends, some goddess prayer beads. I think they're right here. Yeah. I made goddess prayer beads for some witchy friends of mine. All because I didn't want to spend money. I wanted to make things and create them with what I have. It's like an alien. I love him. I love him. I should say her. It's supposed to be me. Anyway. Yeah. So many creative adventures. I plan to keep that going. I love that I haven't been really spending money on Sabbats or Esbats or any rituals that I've been having. Everything has been stuff that I've had. Candles that I've used. This brown candle behind me, that's been used for almost every Sabbat this year. I didn't go out and buy like a specific colored one. With magic and witchcraft, I've used candles that I've had. Really learned how to compromise with correspondences, how to use the oils I have, not feel like I have to go buy a specific oil because a recipe or potion calls for it. That's been awesome. That's given me a lot of power, I feel like, with my witchcraft. It's given me a real sense of owning my craft and knowing that I can go out in my yard if I have to and get what I need to celebrate a Sabbat. Fuck yeah. So Death Year taught me that. Then what else? I guess that's kind of it. I've learned, use what I have. Really all you need is yourself in some situations. Material things are really just that, things. $20 is not just 20 bucks. It's 20 bucks times 20 bucks times 20 bucks, so on, so on, so on. Tim Hortons is my addiction of choice, and I am always going to be working, always going to be kind of, it'll always be the little coffee devil on my shoulder. But I half won the battle. I didn't win completely, but I half-ish won my battle with Tim Hortons this year. And it just, I hope like with next year, I don't plan to do videos on it. I don't really plan to make it like a thing. Like this year it was a thing for me, but I'm going to continue what I've learned. I'm going to continue with the behavior, hopefully making it better, especially when it comes to my health and my body. I'm going to do my best to be more conscious of money, be smarter with money. That's a promise and a pledge that I'm making to myself and my gods and everything else. It's important. It's a real area of shadow for me. So I'm going to continue this work and continue to do my very, very best to behave. Would I recommend a Depth Year? 100%. If you feel like you are spending or that you are, you know, not appreciating what you have, I think that a Depth Year is great. I've really come to appreciate the books that I have by not buying new books all the time. I've read a good chunk of my collection. I've discovered books that have been in my collection for a long time that I actually really like and enjoy working with, that I've been making videos with. So it's been awesome. Like that Sandra Kynes book, Year of Ritual, I think it's called. That was one that I've had on the shelf for years that I read because of the Depth Year and realized I want to do this. I want to work through this book. So again, it was worth it. So if you feel like anything that I said tonight would help you in 2020, I think you should go for it. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't turn it into a reason to self-blame or self-hate. Don't turn it into beating yourself up too bad. Remember that you can start again. You can keep going. Just because you buy something or do something that you've decided not to do, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just between you and, you know, just keep going. I messed up a bunch. Just keep going. It's worth it. I think that if you are looking to really transform or have something to focus on, or you're not sure of what kind of resolution you want to have, if you do that, the Depth Year might be really, really good for you too. Just go for it. Go for it. It was worth it. I really think it's helped me. Jessica, the Story Witch, your video is what inspired me to do this. So I just want to also thank you so much for inspiring me. I don't know if you'll see this or not, but thank you, because you are the reason that I wanted to try it, and I have actually achieved some goals and can look back on 2019 and feel really good about myself. If it wasn't for that video, if it wasn't for you and your inspiration, it wouldn't have happened. So thank you, and I hope that 2020 is another year of growth and change for me, and is as awesome as this year. This year was great. Like, it was really great. Overall, it was really, really good, especially for the channel. We've grown in numbers. Our little Tarot with Tasha family is growing, and I am so grateful to everyone who watches this, to the people who comment, the people who like the videos, the people who subscribe. Everything that you guys do makes my day a little bit brighter, and I'm grateful for that. It's so much fun to share my path with you, to meet fellow witches from all over the world, getting to connect with people, and just feeling like a part of something. It's been amazing. So thank you for being here, for watching, for hanging out with me even though I'm anxious and sometimes weird, and for just being your own self and being here. So I'm rambling. I'm gonna stop now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing night. Bye.